So I thought I'd got all the leaks on this bloody thing, but yeah, she's still leaking. You know, that was probably running for maybe half an hour yesterday, and I've cleaned up quite a bit, but it's quite bad. So needs must. I'm just going to pull the motor out and try and fix them all for once. It's at this point here where I'm removing the loom. You know, you've got to remove a fuel rail, all sorts of shit to get to it. Some of the sensors are down beneath in the valley. I always get to this point and I think I should have just put a bulkhead plug. So this is one of the major issues, because none of this is meant to be here. I've got to kind of work around things. So you need to take the cover off, but for those that don't know, the GTIR is individual throttle body, so it's just a plenum. So, you know, even like that, you could run it on an NA engine if you wanted to, fuel injected. It's not too bad, but as you can see, I've had to move the alternator on this side. The oil filter has changed to a crossflow, 1600 crossflow oil filter, just because there's no room. There's no, you know, it's so tight. It just takes so long to get everything out. So at this point I have been around to remove the starter motor, most of the wires, all of the bow housing bolts, and the two engine mounts. So it should come out. There are a couple of wires that need to come off as it comes out, but they're so hard to get to in the car. One of them's the inlet air temp and the other one is the idle air control valve. But we'll give it a go, see if it comes free. Bound to be something I've forgotten. So here's the motor. As you can see, it's still covered in talcum powder. There is a leak in here somewhere, and decided to pull it out for a couple of reasons. One of them is I'm gonna smoke test the engine, and know my luck, whatever's leaking, the engine would have to be pulled out to be fixed anyway. So I'm just doing that now. And the other one is, you can see how tight shit is in here. Like that there is the idle air control valve off the factory Nissan GTIR, and I'd like to continue using, well, I'd like it to use it, but I don't know if it works. I can hear it ticking, but I don't know if the system actually works, and I had to modify it to fit it in there, so I don't know if I have stuffed something doing that. So that's also something I'd like to rectify, because the idle air control valve is something I really want, and if this isn't going to work, then I'll look for an external one that I can just plumb into the system, because it's kind of a must for what I want to do. So I'll get a couple of things done while it's out. The major one obviously is trying to find the leaks. But yeah, that's it. Dirty as hell now. See how we go. Cheers.